As my process ends, I'm actually put into a bubble, and the bubble kind of like skyrockets through past our known matrix, and it goes into one of the other matrix. And so I then like collect all these bubbles, which are like all the matrices and considered kind of out there, and we pull in and pull into your body and actually line your heart, almost like all these bubbles that are surrounding the outside of your heart. And so the only thing that comes to me is multi-dimensional being. And so after I get that message, so I'm then propelled forward and move into your records. And it was interesting because like I felt like your records, I saw this building, but it was almost invisible, and but the door was there and real. And so I opened the door, but I actually opened the door with the opposite hand that I always I'm left-handed, so I always open the door with the left hand, but this time I had to grab it with my right hand. So as I grab with the right hand and I walk in, actually everything is like tipped towards the left side. So your entire records are like pivoted and everything's sliding and falling, and I'm like literally dizzy, almost where I'm going to get nauseous because I'm sitting in meditation and feeling really dizzy and off balance. And so I'm understanding that I'm being pulled down to the left-hand side, and so left, instantly in my head I go, okay, well, left hand, maybe this person is a little bit too much into like the left brain right now, maybe not balanced enough between left and right brain. And so as I got that, the records balanced out. So I call on your higher self, and your higher self comes in and almost looks like a really old record keeper mixed with like a wizard. And so I ask your higher self, what's for the good, what's for your benefit to know at this moment in time, what's for your highest and most beneficial knowledge at this time. And your higher self relays to me that you're a person that seeks peace and balance and harmony in your life. And he was pointing up with like a wand, and on the ceiling drawing the infinity sign, the sideways 8, number 8. And so I'm looking up, and it just keeps drawing over and over and repeating, from left to right, right to left, pulling everything into the middle. And he said, you're somebody that seeks balance and harmony in everything you do. And so I said, so what does she need to know at this point in time? And he was explaining that basically you are somebody who's going to live extremes in your life. And I kind of read somebody who had this, and it felt like this was more towards solar plexus. For you, this is more towards heart chakra. So I feel like you're going to go through these like really kind of emotional ups and downs with your life, and you get very pulled into being very like overly giving and like too open, and then you go into these points of being very closed off and like tons of boundaries that are unnecessary. And I felt like in the real world, how this quote unquote real world, this 3D physical world, I felt like what happens is that you kind of bounce and ping pong in between these extremes, and you do this with people around you and situations that are created around you. And I feel, and he was conveying to me that this is exactly what's supposed to be happening to you, because you're somebody who needs to, and he showed me you as like a monk walking this straight line, saying like you are learning how to find your balance and peace in this lifetime, and how to be harmonized in every situation and everything you come in contact with, and hold that stillness and that peace, that inner peace. And so the only way to get you to do this is to expose you to lots of situations that are going to be external of yourself, that are going to show you different versions of yourself that you need to kind of deal with and learn how to hold and stay balanced and harmonized within yourself. And so and it was all about the infinity sign. And so I'm getting that I then backtrack, and okay, so we were forced to the left, so right now I get that you're maybe too much in the left brain and not balancing it off with the right brain. So you might be so skewing towards like the holographic world and meditation and that you're not engaging as much as you used to in the physical world. And so try and tilt that out and regain some balance and harmony. Bring a lot of those meditative practices into the real world, and do walking meditations where you just walk and connect with your breath. And so don't go from extremes of having to sit in meditation and connect that way, and then having to be with family and not be connected. You have to find the balance in between. And then I go back to the first image of the multidimensional human within you, and I feel like your heart is this gateway to connect to the basically multidimensional universe. So it's really interesting. I get that your heart is the access point, and as soon as this heart becomes, you become better aligned with the heart, that all of this is just going to start to expose you completely to the dimensional universe that's already within you, that just you haven't really been able to tap into yet. So as soon as you claim that balance and harmony, I feel like you have these like access points that are just right through the gateway of your heart, ready for you to move through and experience all these different interdimensional kind of places. And so the one thing I would tell you to do in meditation every morning is to just say that I am more balanced and harmonized than I have ever been before in my life. And so every morning you wake up, I am more balanced and more harmonized than I have ever been in my life. And then at night, just reflect on how balanced and harmonized you were that day. And light and love.